Okay, a very good afternoon and salam sejahtera. First and foremost, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today. So, before we begin, allow me to introduce our team. My name is Priya and I'll be the lead interviewer today. Alongside me are my colleagues Wan and Faris.
My name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Bahrain. I'm from Penang. I'm currently working as a lead engineer, lead for boiler department in MSN Pride, one of the biggest sugar refinery in Malaysia. And in my career, I'm also currently as a steam boiler engineer, grade 1. I think as of now, I have about 16 years of engineering career background.
Okay, I'm William. I'm currently, I'm now for this term, I'm the vice chairman. I used to be the secretary of Institution of Engineers Malaysia, Malacca branch. I'm now starting this term, I'm the vice chairman. And I'm currently working with a company doing a reclamation work in Malacca. By the way, I'm a civil engineer. I'm a civil engineering background, so I'm a bit odd one out. But having said that, I think the experience are pretty much the same, beside the technical part. Because what I'm dealing is also relevant that I could share it with you guys today. So yeah, that's about me. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so in your opinion, why is engineering ethics important in the engineering profession?
Okay. Straight to the point, ethics is very important because it defines what you are. Okay. So from where we want to see, or what I said as engineers, you must be an ethical engineer. It is either yes or no. You can or you cannot. There's no such thing as you think you can, you think it is okay. That is not actually acceptable. It's either you know whether you can do it or you don't know you cannot do it. Yes, you can fulfill that job, and no, you cannot fulfill that job. That's one. Number two, the ethics is actually the biggest, I think, one of the important for students is actually you have to actually practice what you are actually gone through your training. Means that if you are doing electrical engineering in your 4 years experience in university, please, when you go out and find your job related to engineering electrical.
Do you think the engineering ethics subject learned at university is still relevant in the industry?
Oh yes, that's definitely important. It's very relevant. In fact, I'm happy. They have called me and some of my engineers friends, our IEMs, what do you call that, fellow. Then we are quite surprised that I got to know that this is being part of the coursework. Because I recall during my days, which is more than 30 years ago, there was no subject for integrity being put as I think as an elective in our curriculum, So this is a very good step, It's a very good approach, which I will support very fully. Yes, it's a very relevant.
Okay, so it's really reassuring to hear that our syllabus aligns with the industry needs. Okay, does your company or the companies you commonly interact with have a formal ethics policy or code of conduct?
Yes, my company, I'm working with a public listed company, and they do have what do you call that, handbook for employee. So everything was written there. In fact, there are two what do you call that, two checks. One is because I'm attached to that company, and I had to adhere to the handbook or the do's and don'ts by the company, what you can do, what you cannot do. Everything is spelled out there, including integrity parts. On the secondly, me being a professional engineer, registered with Board of Engineers, so I'm also tertakluk kepada Akta Kejuruteraan 1967 amended 2022. So yeah, two what do you call it, two laws terikat already. So whatever I do in my work, I have to be very careful and cautious so as not to get in trouble with any parties lah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
Alright, how does your company ensure engineering activities comply with ethical standards?
Okay, when it comes to company, we are always we are buying with law and ethics. Okay, when you are an engineer in a company, not only my company, most of the other company as well, you are buying with either ethics or law. So by law means that you will have to do whatever it is correct and not what is that you want. That is something you need to make sure, and you need to distinguish what is the right thing to do and what is the thing that you want to do. So the company that we are working with and what we are going to work with always wants you to do what you need to do. Okay? Not that what you want to do. That is the big difference, so that you are always following and abiding with the rules and also ethics in the company itself.
I see. So monitoring and standard procedures play a huge role. On a more personal level, can you explain how engineering ethics are applied in your daily work?
Okay, I will give you an example. In my recent experience, we can see that there is some as example. There's one engineering job going on in my boiler department, which we have already given the timeline to the contractor to complete within 4 days. However, before starting the job, we have seen that the contractor has not followed what we discussed earlier and what we agreed earlier, and they did not provide the right material and the right service that we requested. So by law and by ethics itself, I stopped the job and I requested them to replace all the necessary items, so that we don't want the job to be completed, but actually it is not completed in the quality that we required.
Can you explain how engineering ethics are applied in your daily works?
Okay, engineering ethics are applied, as I've mentioned just now. Example is when, let's say you're being deal with you're handling a project in the tunes of hundreds of millions. Like I did a project Oriental Hospital back almost 10 years ago. The project is worth about 250 million. So the progress claim every month is in the tune of 20 to 30 million. So how do you apply your engineering ethics? That's when you're being tested. That's when you're being tried. You're being evaluated on how you use your engineering integrity. Example, they're claiming 20 million worth of works to be done. So how do you approve? And how do you say that, oh, okay, we can pay the contractor for the work that we need to go down to the ground to check. We need to go down to the check and to show that the actual work is being done equivalent to the amount. So normally the process is they submit the claim, we will run the check, we will go to the site, actually turun padang, go to there to check every column being done or every portion of the work that has been completed. Then we evaluated, then if not done, then we just cut it off. Some of them overclaim, some of the contractor tends to overclaim. Example, they have done the 7th floor, but actually they reached the 6th floor only. So we just cut their claim. In fact, let's say they claim 20 million, so maybe we just evaluate as per our evaluation. Then we maybe just give them 18 million or 19 million. That's where the engineering integrity is being practiced.
What is your opinion regarding the BEM Code of Professional Conduct?
My opinion on BEM Code of Professional Conduct. Okay. In my opinion, it is written very well, including and inclusive all the related parties that is actually registered with BEM, including graduate engineers, engineering technologies, professional engineer, PEPC accreditation checker. Most of it is already complete. However, the thing that I am quite frustrated is people don't really take it serious. We don't really adore what is written in it. So it is only being written, it is only being read if you are going for exam, if you are going to do some interview or something. But it should not be that way. It should be a guideline for us to actually work in the professional way of an engineer.
How important is the role of BEM in promoting ethic engineering practice?
Okay, the role of BEM, like I say, BEM is a regulatory body. Maknanya dia macam penguat kuasa lah. Dia membuat kuasa bagi pihak kerajaan on behalf of the government. It's a regulatory body. That is why we, example, when we want to go for a professional engineer, like myself, professional engineer, we have to go through an exam. So in that exam, BM is handling. BM is the one that check and conduct the interview, and then when you pass, they will give you the license to practice the IR lah, professional engineer. So how BM ensure this is through those who wanted to become a professional engineer. They want to go through that exam. That's where board of engineers put the put the emphasis down in the examination module.
What's benefit do engineering ethics provide to employers and employer?
All right. Number one is you can get a better and a safer machinery or environment. When we, employee and the employer themselves, implement ethics, we know that the job delivered is actually a very quality job and a very good, good to go and good to be run for that machine or whatsoever project is it. That is the very, very important thing, safety. So that if you do job without ethics, that you may jeopardize a lot of things such as quality and safety. Number one, you must always know that if you endure ethics, you will have a good quality and safety related job.
Have you ever encountered ethic issue in your workplace?
Have I ever encountered any ethics issue?
Yes.
Oh yes, definitely. Their contractor try to undercut, try to conspire, pakat lah, all these things is being, they just know all sorts of things that they can do lah, and sometimes they offer you, I would say, some inducement. Hey, Mr. Ho, I give you something, so you help me with this, all these things. So all these are unethical act. So that's where you're being tested.
What suggestion would you give to improve engineering ethics witnessed among engineering students?
Okay, as I said earlier, engineering ethics is not just to be read during examination or testing or interview. You must actually practice it, such as I mentioned earlier. When you carry out a job, please carry out the job that you are aware of and you are experienced with. Do not do any job that you are not well known about it. And also, please do not do any things that is unethical, such as bribery and so on. This is very, very bad, not only to you, but also to the quality and the safety of the workplace that you are going to work with. Example, maybe you can reflect if, let's say, you are building a house and you are building a house with very bad quality and also very bad safety requirement due to the unethical way of working. And in future, let's say in 10 years time or 15 years time, you are not here anymore, but your children, maybe your children or your grandchildren will stay in that house, and suddenly something happens and accident happens related to your family. That is when we will feel very bad about what we do. So before it happen, take a step back, think a while, and ensure that every time you do your job, ethics is always the first thing that you are in your mind.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. We will wish you all the best in your future endeavors and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Bye.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
All right. So, okay,
All right.
bye-bye. Have a
Thank you,
nice day.
sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Have a nice day.